What's up guys, welcome to a new video. No fancy editing, no fancy videos today. I just want to keep it short. I don't think it's a very important video. I always usually show my milestones and the things that I achieve, and I also like to show my life, the things that I enjoy, which this one is definitely one of them, or just business in general, which is the thing that I enjoy the most. I usually, again, just try to share as many lessons as possible and try to make the videos a little bit more polished, but for this one, I just thought I would pick up the camera and show you my new purchase. It's a watch purchase. I actually have two watches at the moment, and I just bought my third one. At the moment of recording this video, I bought the watch a month ago. I actually went on a trip with the watch. You probably saw in my last video, but I didn't mention anything about it. I thought I should make a separate video talking about it. So this is the video. Before buying this watch, I had two watches. One of them is the one that I have on, which is a Rolex Wimbledon. And then before that, my first ever watch was a Cartier Santos Dual Time, which is this one right here. Love this watch, probably one of my favorites, and it will always be one of my favorites. I was actually not in the market for watches. When I bought the first Cartier Santos Dual Time, I was really on the market for that watch. I really wanted it. The Datejust as well. I wanted my first Rolex. I wanted a Datejust, whether it was a Wimbledon blue dial or green dial. And then this time I started liking a lot of different watches. I do have two on my mind, which is Patek Philippe and an AP. But other than that, I wasn't really on the market for a new watch. But this one came across my desk, let's call it, and I fell in love when I saw it. So let me show you the watch that I got. This is the box. I ended up getting Rolex Daytona. Jesus. A Rolex Daytona two-tone with the champagne dial. I don't know how good it's going to show in the camera because, again, it's not the camera that I usually use. Before I show you the watch, we have the classic Rolex cards, the guarantee, the links, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I show what a Rolex box looked like in the past. I wasn't in love with two-tones, to be completely honest, never really liked them, but when I saw this version of the two-tone, I loved it. And the reason why is because I love the dial. Usually the reason why I choose a watch other than a watch that is on my mind for a long time is because I see it and I fall in love as soon as I see it. And this watch was one of those that as soon as I saw it, I was like, wow. It also happened with one Sky Dweller that is still on my list. I'm not dying for that watch, but it happened that I had it in front of me and I was like, wow, I love that watch. So yeah, I wanted a Daytona, and this is the first ever Rolex Daytona that I got. I wore it already for the trip. I wore it a good amount. You can see it right there. The watch is a little bit scratched. The details on the watch are beautiful. I don't know if you know what a Daytona is. I don't know if you know the qualities of a Daytona. I don't like to talk a lot about watches because I don't think I'm an expert at horology. I don't understand a ton about them. I just really love buying watches, and I love the feeling of achieving these sort of milestones and having a nice watch on your wrist. But other than that, I don't know a lot. But the cool feature about this watch is that I can unscrew both. I can pause it with this one right here. It's like a stopwatch. And then with this one right here, I can bring it back to the top, and then again, it's like a stopwatch. I can start it and count a minute from there, which is pretty cool, and then I can pause it whenever I want. So that's a cool feature of the Rolex Daytona. To be completely honest, I didn't buy it for that. Same thing with the Datejust. The Datejust does have the date. There's a lot of times that I'm wearing the watch and it's not the right date or it's not the right time. So let me take this off and let me show you what the watch looks on my wrist. Again, never was in love with gold, never was in love with two-tones, but I guess it's like one of those things that as you start growing, you start admiring different things. And the full gold is something that it's also on my list and I fully love. I love the one that it's all black. I believe is the Paul Newman Daytona. Gorgeous, just all gold, black dial. Love that watch. But yeah, as soon as I saw this watch, I fell completely in love. The way you open this watch is also a little bit different than a Datejust. A Datejust, you would be pretty much just open it right here, and that's it. While the Daytona has a different system. So you can see right there, I have to open this one first, right there, and then I will be opening the next one, and then I just take the watch off. I bought this watch before the trip and it was an absolutely great purchase. I love to wear it on the trip. It was great to have a third option. For the trip, I actually brought two watches. I brought the Rolex Wimbledon and I brought this one. I didn't bring the Cartier Santos, which I should wear more. It's actually a little bit scratched, but I don't want to polish the watches yet. I'm probably going to polish them every once in a while. But yeah, if you want to see more of the details of the watch, I'm going to try to show you as much as I possibly can. I, again, love the champagne dial. And then here you have the classic Rolex clasp. I kind of wish Rolex did some open case back. I think the open case back is pretty cool. I'm not dying for it, but that's one of the reasons why I want a Royal Oak or a Patek Philippe. So yeah, this is my new watch, super cool. I still have 2 empty spots on my watch case. This is the watch case that I bought not a long time ago. I'm probably gonna change it at some point, but when I bought the watch case and I bought my second Rolex, I said that I had to fill it up, and this is what the watch case looks like. So this is the collection again. I have the Cartier Santos Dual Time here. Beautiful, beautiful watch. What I love about this watch is that you can put it on 2 different straps. I love the black straps, a little bit more dressy, and I mean, it's probably one of the most dressy watch I've seen. I started loving the Cartier Santos Dumont. I don't know how new it is, but I hadn't seen it before. It's pretty much all black, gold vessel, and then I think it's wide dial. I love that watch. Then this is the Rolex Datejust Wimbledon, which is one of the most sought after Datejust. Love this one. And then the Two-Tone Daytona. One thing to say about the Two-Tone Daytona that a lot of people don't realize, I'm gonna put it back on, is that the value for a two-tone, I think, in my opinion right now, because it's not that sought after, if you like a Daytona and you like the two-tone, in let's say a champagne dial, a black dial, or a white dial, it's one of the most valuable watches at the time because you can get it relatively quickly. To be gold, it's a good price. And let's say you want to get a Panda Daytona, pretty much it's all steel. You're not going to get it from the AD because it's going to take a long time unless you have a lot of purchases with Rolex already. And the secondary market for a Panda Daytona is like $34,000. It's absolutely ridiculous. Well, I think that this watch, if you get it from Rolex, great. But if you don't get it from Rolex, you will pretty much get it for the same price as MSRP. And I think the value there is amazing. Paying $30,000 for Panda Daytona doesn't make sense when you can get the gold version and you also have the melt value of gold. So yeah, that was my new Rolex purchase. That was my third watch. I do have 2 spots available in the box, which is something that bothers me, just a joke, an internal joke that I have, something that I definitely want to continue to collect. So I'm gonna fill those up soon, I guess. In my list, definitely have a Royal Oak and definitely have a Patek Philippe Aquanaut. Those are the 2 watches that I want to fill up this box, but who knows what is next. I actually love watches, and I think I'm gonna keep buying watches for a very long time. So yeah, Rolex Daytona Two-Tone with a champagne dial. I don't hope you guys like the watch. I was gonna say that, but I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope that most importantly, you were able to not get value because I didn't share anything business-wise like I usually do, but hopefully you were able to at least get motivated to push forward in your career. Usually for me, seeing milestones of other people is something that doesn't make me jealous. It's something that pushes me to go farther. And one thing that I wanna mention and make clear, based on how I see the world, watches, cars, luxury clothing doesn't mean anything. If you just do it for that, I don't think you are doing it for the right reason. I think you need to find your why and where you want to go. I think the most important thing about buying these things is who you have to become to achieve them, because not everybody can have a 3-watch collection. Not everybody can have a Rolex. Not everybody can have 1 Cartier Santos, right? So I think you have to appreciate where you're at and what you have achieved so far. So again, it's not about the watches, it's not about the cars. It's about the person that you have to become to achieve these things. There's a lot of work, there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that a lot of people don't see, and this is a way of just recognizing that for myself, but it doesn't mean anything. I also think that it's some sort of asset because money, of course, I have my investments, I have my money, and then I think watches is like pretty much having money, especially if you have hot models that people will pay for. I don't think I'll ever sell my watches, but all this to say that I don't want this video to be like a look at my watches, look at everything I have. No, I want this video to show you guys what a milestone look like. I'm gonna keep showing you the different milestones that I achieve as I go. And these are things that don't mean a lot for me based on the material side of things, but it means a lot for me based on everything that it took them to achieve. So yeah, I'm gonna put this back. Today we have a nice dinner in New York City. Now I'm gonna do some work. I'm gonna probably head to the gym in a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna get a haircut. It's already a little bit long, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys in the next one.